So this is a relatively easy question, and since it's an easy question, what you need to focus on are also the time you spend in solving the question. So you should not take a lot of time. Given enough time, most people will be able to solve the question. But when it comes in the exam, you should be able to do all the 4 or 5 questions within 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is more than sufficient for this question. And when you are doing it again, or when you did it, you should try and time how much time you took to do this one. We'll see some of the tips which we can use to solve these kind of questions quickly. There isn't anything very significant which you can't figure out by yourself, but still I'll point that out in case you missed it. So let's look at the first question. If for each year the states are ranked in terms of the descending order of land revenue collection, how many states have got the same rank? So we need to find the which states have the same rank for 4 out of the 5 given year. So what you can do is calculate the rankings for each of them in the year. I have written them over here in red for all of them. You will do it on paper, but and this information would be helpful for us in solving the other questions also, and we'll see how. But now that we have done this ranking by looking at it, you can very easily see that Andhra Pradesh has same ranking in 4 months, and Gujarat has same ranking in 4 months, while Bihar and UP has uh, same ranking in all 5 months. So if the question were in at least four, then we would have said both AP Gujarat and UP Bihar. Here it says in 4 of the given months, so it means exactly 4. So ideally the answer should be only AP and Gujarat because they're 4 out of 5, while UP Bihar had 5 out of 5. But I think the answer that I picked this question from time material, and there the answer that has been provided is including both of these. I think that's incorrect, but it's fine as long as you understand the difference. So that is there. A few things about such data. Generally, if the data would be realistic, revenues would increase. So generally, you won't see a big shift in the ranking. So you won't expect somebody who was ranked sixth in one year to move to one in the second year, if the data is a bit realistic. So you can use that kind of information also in solving these questions. We'll come to the other ones shortly. But just try to understand what I'm explaining here. If Andhra Pradesh is making 4,000 crores in the first year, it's very improbable that in the next year it will move to rank one and start making more than 6,000 crores. In some data it might be, but generally they keep the data a bit realistic, so that won't happen most of the time. So keep that at the back of your mind. Let's look at the second question. So here the question is, which state has changed its relative ranking most number of times? So which has changed its ranking most number of times? So if you have already created these numbers, you should be able to see that very quickly. Andhra Pradesh has changed it twice, 3 to 4, 4 to 3. Bihar has never changed. Gujarat has changed twice, 4 to 3, 3 to 4. Karnataka is 7 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 6. So it has done it 3 times, and nobody else has done it more than 3 times or even 3 times. So the answer would be Karnataka. So once you have done that work, this should hardly take you 30 seconds. And then let's look at a third question. Percentage share of land revenue collection of which state has increased by the maximum percentage? So between 2 years, which state has the maximum increase in percentage? Now here again, if you're a bit intelligent, you don't need to look for every one of them. One thing you definitely know is if some state has increased its ranking, its percentage share is more than the person who is above it. So anybody whose ranking has gone down, they cannot have the maximum percentage increase. The only kind of states whose ranking has gone up or has remained level, they are the contenders for the maximum percentage share increase. Now what we'll do is we'll quickly observe and see which one seems to make sense. UP has had a roughly 200 increase on a base of 6,000. And Tamil Nadu has had almost 200 increase on a base of 3,000. So Tamil Nadu is better than UP. Madhya Pradesh is 300 on a base of 3,000. So Madhya Pradesh seems to be better than Tamil Nadu. So right now our best contender is Madhya Pradesh. Karnataka's ranking has gone down, so it's probably not the best one. Karnataka rating actually improved. So here it is 600 on the base of 2800. So what I'm saying is, if you look at this gap, roughly, you don't need to calculate 34, 26, 28, 25, roughly 600 increase on a base of 28, 25. So this number will be close to 25%. Does anybody else come close to 25%? Gujarat is 500 increase on a base of almost 4,000. So this will be close to 12%, not even close. Bihar is 500 on a base of 6,000 roughly, or 1 by 12, very, very low. And this number is 200 on a base of 4,000, so still very low. So we know that Karnataka would have had the maximum increase. So you don't need to calculate anything, just by looking at the number carefully, you know that Karnataka will be the state with the maximum increase. Again, you can do it in 30 seconds or 1 minute maximum. Let's look at the next question. Which pair of successive years shows the maximum growth rate of land revenue collection in Tamil Nadu? So successive years showing the maximum growth rate of land revenue collection. So let's look at Tamil Nadu's number. Tamil Nadu increases from 3167 to 3384, and then 3384 to 3921. So here the rate increases from this part to this part for Tamil Nadu, which is these numbers. The rate increase is roughly, again we are doing rough, 200 by 3677. Then here there is a big jump, 3384 to 3921, which is roughly, if you assume 750 by 3384. So obviously this number is greater than that. And same way here you will see 200 by 3921, which is much lesser than this one. So still this number is the maximum. And finally it increases by around 800, right? Around 770. So 770 by 4163. So the competition is between this number and this number, which one seems to be the highest. And you know, if it's close, you should do the exact calculation. But here I think you can still, by observation, sorry, this is not 750. I made a mistake here. This is 3384 to 3921, or roughly 3984, 550. So now these numbers are relatively close. It's not very easy to differentiate which one is higher than which one. 55 by 338 or 77 by 416. So you should do a bit of calculation here to identify out of these two which one is higher. Maybe calculate till 1 or 2 decimal places, and you should get the answer. But still, it should not take a lot of time. Like once you have this, you just need to do a very quick, if you can do it like this also, or however you feel like. But so this becomes 1 338, and then you do subtraction, go to the next digit. I think the second digit will tell you which one is the highest among these two, but you only need to compare two numbers, and that should be fast. So again, maximum 1 minute for this. You don't need to write these numbers also. I have written it for you to understand what we are doing, but you can just by observation, you will know that these are the two numbers you should care about, and then just do it. And then the final question is, for which state has the land revenue increased by the same amount in two successive pairs of years? So the amount has to be the same. So we'll start option wise. Andhra Pradesh, let's look at it. First year, roughly around 2,200 increase, then around 1,300 increase, then around 300 increase, and then around 500 increase. So none of the years, 2 years can be the same. They're far by a lot. Next option is Karnataka. First year 600 increase, and then next year it's 200, and then it's 400, and then it's 700. So again, not even close. So we don't even need to check if 2 years successive years are same. Gujarat, I think, is the answer. So here, this one, if you are doing it just the way we were doing it, you will see roughly around 500 here, and then again roughly around 500 here, and again roughly around 500 here. So okay, so maybe we need to check this. Is this the exact number? And then when you will check, you will notice that the difference from here to here is 476, and it's the same difference between here to here. So Gujarat would be the answer. So again, it should not take you more than 50 seconds, 60 seconds maximum, and you should be able to do this. So the entire question should be solved in 5 minutes. If you didn't, try and attempt it again after a few days and get through it in 4 or 5 days. Also, observe the graph carefully so that you are comfortable with this kind of graph, and you can very easily assimilate the information if you come across a similar graph in a different context or a different setting. When does it increase sharply? What happens if one state increases sharply versus the other, and so on, so that you can by observation also pull out those kind of things. Okay. Thanks.